All right, so we're on You Think You're Tough with Adam F.U. Tone. Big day.
All right.
We've been waiting for this. We got questions from the captain, questions from Jack Bates, questions from Jeff Schroeder.
I fear this.
Questions from DJ Brett. It's a Royal Rumble.
I fear this. Take it easy. I love you guys. Let's go.
We love you. Already you've won in my eyes, Jeff's eyes. We're mailing you the shirt. You just give me your address, your size. You get the Metal Social Sunday shirt, mask. You pick whatever you want. It's on its way.
Deal.
Let's dive in. Let's
Variety
dive in,
of
Captain
questions.
Jeff.
Okay. This is a two-part question, but it's according to this rocker, Eddie Van Halen borrowed his Ibanez Destroyer and used it on the Women and Children First album. Now, who was this person? Was it A, Carlos Cavazo, B, Chris Holmes, or C, George Lynch?
Chris Holmes.
Chris Holmes. So
that is my answer.
Part two of this question is according to this very same rocker, when he went to Eddie's parents' house to pick up the guitar, what condition was it in? Was it A, new bridge and new pickups? B, no bridge and no pickups? C, custom paint job?
I've never heard this, but if I had to guess, knowing the players involved, I would say no bridge and no pickups.
Gonna go with B. All right.
Oh, I got it on this third question. This was kind of me throwing it.
This is a DJ Brett going.
Yeah, and I didn't know the answer, but I figured. I couldn't have figured this one out.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure. Go ahead.
This is going back to your youth.
Motley Crue.
Call Matt if you need to.
Motley Crue played the Philadelphia Spectrum on August 10th, 1985. Who was the opening act? Was it A, Loudness, B, Whitesnake, or C, Axe?
In all fairness, since I was there, I'm going to tell you it was Loudness.
All right.
But even if you were there, you could have went twice. That's a big, to me, like I was at both shows and I get, but you know what I mean?
MZA, Loudness.
Hey.
Wow. All right.
You got it. All right,
Jack Bates question.
Jack Bates getting in on the mix.
Uh-oh.
This is a wrestling related question.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
I
was like,
does he know this is a music show?
I know. He hits hard.
I'll give it to him. He's my brother.
All right. Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead has written 3 different entrance tunes for which WWE superstar? Was it A, The Rock, B, Stone Cold Steve Austin, or C, Triple H?
I got to tell you, I know zero about wrestling. I'm all the way out. This is going to be a pure guess. And I'm just going to try and follow Jack's psyche. Fuck. I'm going to just go C, Triple H.
Go with Triple H.
Just a guess.
Okay.
Just a guess.
Maybe I didn't even know that was a fucking wrestler. I thought that was like a band. Local H, Triple H.
Oh, no, it's Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Jack, I'm getting you back because when you're on, I'm writing questions for you, Jack.
That's right.
Get ready.
Now, what song is Twisted Sister filming a video for in the 1985 film Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Can I just stop you with Burn in Hell?
Thank you. Let's move on. Yep. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got Tyson over here.
Yeah. It wasn't Captain Howdy. All right. Here's a DJ Britt question. In a crazed 1978 backstage moment.
I love this one.
Which famous singer did Edward Van Halen hit with a tub of guacamole? They initially aimed at David Lee Roth. Did he hit A, Ann Wilson, B, Steve Perry, or C, Dennis D. Young?
My process of elimination, because I don't know this, I'm going to go with Steve Perry.
Okay. Hey, Britt, isn't this guy great with the process of elimination?
Well, you got to think, I know there was a lot. It was a lot of Journey Van Halen in the day, and so that's where my guess comes from.
No Monk's book, but I also think that F.U. Tone was doing what I was doing. It was a lot more studying of Screaming for Vengeance than algebra, so you had to figure out Monday at school, a lot of process of elimination on tests. The worst words F.U. Tone or DJ Britt wanted to hear in 7th grade was "show your work." When you were cheating and you got the answers for the show your work.
All right.
Now we got this is a Tone cat, Warren DeMartini. So Warren's DeMartini's Japanese inspired bomber guitar is synonymous with the Axeman. Where did he get the artwork? Did he get it from A, he saw it in a museum when Rat toured Japan? B, Warren's then girlfriend designed it? Or C, from the back cover of Gary Moore's Corridors of Power album?
Again, I'm because I just don't know solid, and I think you could see there's a Warren Frenchy guitar right behind me.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a full guess with C, but I'll follow up with you. If you could tell me what it says on the Frenchy guitar in French, that's a bonus question for you.
I know what it says on the Bomber guitar. It says London in Japanese.
Come on, man. You guys want to play trivia?
Oh, look at that.
So what does this say in French?
We need Roop. Roop can translate it.
What does it say? I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
So it says live fast and die young.
Oh, man.
Wow,
amazing.
wow, wow.
Sick.
There's trivia for you. I would have saved that for Jack, but okay.
Oh, okay. Busting it out. That's awesome. This guitar's sick.
You're not only looking good at Butone, so stay focused. You're looking at setting the record on the
Yeah, let's go.
Please don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Okay.
Just
Put
keep
the
it coming.
pressure on. We got a no-hitter going. Now, Nikki Sixx met future Motley Crue guitarist Mick Mars for the first time where? A, Tower Records on Sunset, B, Magnolia Liquor, or C, at a Gazzari's Wet T-shirt contest?
Magnolia Liquor.
Magnolia Liquor. All right. Now we got to bring in the relief pitcher. This is Jeff Schroeder coming in.
Oh God. No.
Schroeder out of the dugout.
Oh, God. Now I'm afraid.
Jeff's throwing some heat. Okay. When Twisted Sister gained their widespread popularity in the early 80s with hits like I Wanna Rock and We're Not Gonna Take It, it was rumored that JJ French was a former member of which of the following bands? Was it A, New York Dolls, B, Kiss, or C, Wasp?
JJ's a very good friend of mine, and he has a book coming out. A, we're going to use it for book club, and B, I'll get him on as a guest for Metal Social.
Whoa.
Oh!
It's like
However, and I talked to him about this stuff. So when you say rumored, and I know he mentioned this to me, and I know it was just a rumor because I don't think it was true. Give me the three one more time, because I've heard this from him.
New York Dolls, Kiss, or Wasp?
I'm going to say for the rumor, I'm going to say New York Dolls. And I know he loved New York Dolls and he was part of that scene. And if you go back, and I encourage everyone, follow JJ on all the media. His Instagram's great. He's got a great new podcast. Check that out.
We'll put a link in. We'll put a link in.
He tells great stories like this. And you'll see pictures of him sitting at like at Max's with Bowie and Lou Reed and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
But, wait, maybe it could
You
have been
sure?
Kiss.
Think this one out. Think this one out.
Yeah, wait. No, stop. I think I'm going to rumor it with Kiss.
Rumor with Kiss.
Yeah, and he'll clarify this for us. I think he may have even went down once or twice and never did it. I'm going to say rumor Kiss. My final answer is Kiss. Crossing my fingers. JJ, help me, please.
He's going with Kiss. Nice. Okay, back to Edward Van Halen.
Who?
This is an all Van Halen quiz. At the end of Eruption, your phone tone, Edward Van Halen creates a dive bomb sound on the low E string.
Holy Schroeder.
Using which of the following tape?
Can I stop you? The Univox? The Univox?
Oh, my. Oh, have you tuned?
All right, we're down to the final question.
We're in extra innings because usually it's a 10 song.
Yeah, this is 11.
So we're in an extra.
Do I get bonus points if I forego the multiple choice?
Yeah. Well, I was going to award you double points for the first two questions.
You're in 76 Yankees land now.
Yeah.
Come on,
Reggie on the
This is
team.
it. All right.
Come
Before joining Poison, C.C. DeVille auditioned for which of the following bands? Did he audition for A, London, B, Stryper, or C, Guns N' Roses?
Yes.
but because again, just from conversations with cats, I'm gonna tell you Guns N' Roses.
Gonna go with Guns N' Roses. The quiz is mercifully for us.
Now
it's
you do
over.
know. I just want to throw this at you. Slash tried out for Poison.
I do know that.
I want you to think this one really out because you're in no hitter land.
So give me it again. Give me it again.
All right.
This is almost it. So it was Guns.
London or Striper?
It wasn't Striper.
How do you know that wasn't? How do you know it wasn't?
There's no way. There's no. I would have heard that. No, and London was over by the time he got there. So by default, I'm going to give you. I'll say Striper, but you could give me a half a point if I was right.
Okay.
My Lord, he killed it. He killed it.
Come on.
The best by far. Even if you do that, little struggle in the 11th. One, according to rocker Eddie Van Halen, according to this rocker, Eddie Van Halen borrowed his Ibanez Destroyer and used it on the Women and Children first album. You answered B. Chris Holmes. It was B. Chris Holmes.
Chris Holmes.
Who there's talk of is coming on the show soon. According to this very same rocker question too, when he went to Eddie's parents' house to get the guitar back, what condition was it in? You went in Eddie's mindset and said no bridge and no pickups. No bridge, no pickups.
Not surprised.
Motley Crue played the Philadelphia Spectrum on August 10th, and I invented Motley Crue. So this was one that I would have got confused on. You showed no confusion. 1985. Who was the opening act? You said Loudness. It was Loudness.
Only because I was there.
Nice.
This one, I have no idea how you even guessed. Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead has written 3 different entrance tunes for which WWE superstar? You answered C Triple H. It was actually C Triple H.
Total guess.
I thought
Total
that was
guess.
like 2000s band. I didn't even know that's what, I thought that was like a thing you get at the drugstore. What song is Twisted Sister filming a video for in 1985 film Pee-wee's Big Adventure? You just busted out with the Burning Hell before. That's why you got that on at 11 without even the choices.
Yep. Stop the question. I'll answer now.
Straight out of Noel Monk's book. In a crazed 1978 backstage moment, which famous singer did Edward Van Halen accidentally hit with the top tub of guacamole that he initially aimed at David Lee Roth? You answered B, Steve Perry. It was B, Steve Perry, who cried.
Shocker.
It ruined his satin journey jacket.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
7, Warren DeMartini's Japanese-inspired bomber guitar is synonymous, big word, with the Axeman. Where did he get the artwork? You answered C, from the back cover of Gary Moore's Corridors of Power album. It was C, from the cover of the Gary Moore Corridors of Power album. Gary Moore actually reminds me of a time when you could buy every heavy metal record as a kid and you had to move on and get like a Gary Moore record to like, all right, this is kind of metal, but he doesn't have any demons on the cover or anything.
No demons, but he'll light you up to no end.
Yeah. The victim of changes. You were like, I think I get, all right, this rocks.
But Gary Moore, he was also in the import section, so they were a little more expensive.
I'll tell you why I went that way too. Knowing Warren and how deep Warren is, and Warren's a fan of Gary Moore. That's how I pulled that one.
I love it. That's what it's about. This one, dude, I know Crew inside out. I never would have known this because this means they met in the Valley, I think. Nikki Sixx met future guitarist Motley Crue guitarist Mick Mars for the first time. Where? You answered B, Magnolia Liquor. It was B, Magnolia Liquor. What are these guys doing in the Valley? Not Gil Turner's, not Tower. The rude, aggressive guitar. Oh, killing it. 9, when Twisted Sister gained widespread popularity, understatement of the year, in the early 80s with hits like I Wanna Rock and We're Not Gonna Take It. It was rumored that J.J. French was a former member of which of the following bands? You answered B, Kiss. It was B, Kiss.
Right on. Process of elimination.
And when you talk to JJ, when he comes on, you're going to have to double the show because he'll go long. He is an encyclopedia of the history of his band. And footnote, if you never saw the Twisted Sister documentary called We Are Twisted Sister, the greatest rock documentary ever, and I'll tell you why. There's a lot of good ones. Because the story only goes from inception up to getting signed. Every documentary tells you garage band, famous, lose the money, make the money, lose the money, drug problem, reunion, everyone's happy. This just goes from A to B to getting signed. And what a story and what a great documentary.
At the end of Eruption, Edward Van Halen creates a dive bomb sound on the low E string using which of the following tape delay units? You didn't even let him finish the question, and you were on the Univox EC80.
It was actually two of them, and he had them in an old World War II practice bomb, like a dummy bomb that the planes would drop into the desert to practice bombing. And he had a bomb on stage, and he had two of those units in the bomb because it looked cool.
Oh my God. And that quiz usually goes to 10 questions where you just aced it. It. 11, before joining Poison, CC DeVille auditioned for the which of the following bands? At the end of your question, you landed on Stryper. It was Stryper.
And you helped me a little there. I thought it was Guns, and I did remember Slash auditioning for Poison. And CC he's the greatest guy, great friend, and tells the best rock stories. And that's a guy to talk to at some point. But he would tell me stories like that. And, I went here, I did this. And I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because I actually get your mindset because we read the same magazines. And that's why I knew you were latching onto that Slash story. You were latching. And it's just like JJ at first, the New York Dolls, you heard so much of the New York Dolls with Wasp and Twit. That name got so pulled around that you start to latch to these things, but you knew it, man. Dude, you best ever.
Great job.
Did it.
I set the record.
You set the record. He did, right, Captain Jeff? That's it.
Undefeated, 11 for 11. Yep.
10 of 10 was the record, and then he goes 11 of 11.
Here's to not being jaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not jaded. Oh, trust me. I pinch myself every day just by breathing the same air as some of these guys. This was my high school posters on my wall come to life. The concerts that I slept out in parking lots for to buy tickets for, this and that, and it's funny. I'll give you a side anecdote on the Motley Crue question. So that video, that show with Loudness and the Spectrum, I actually accidentally met Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee the day before the show. I was in my father's McDonald's, and I'm standing in the back in the train station, and I see Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee up front, and I look up, I'm starstruck. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I look at them, and Sixx sees I see him 20 years before I knew him. And he looks at me, I'm like, and he gives me the nod, like, it's cool, come over. So I walk up and I say hello, and I was so nervous. Shake hands, nice to meet you. I said, I'm going to the show tomorrow. I said, can I get an autograph? And somewhere I still have this on the back of a French fry coupon. I have a Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee autograph. I said, hey man, big fan. I'll see you tomorrow. It's great. He's like, dude, right on. How are you? And asking me how I am. I'm like, calling on my friends. I'm like, I just met Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee. Are you kidding?
Oh my, like meeting Spider-Man.
As a kid, I think I was like 16, it was crazy. And I got to tell you that I still remember the show. I remember the show like it was yesterday. But the footnote to that anecdote was, so that was in the Philadelphia Spectrum. Note, the same venue where they shot the Panama video, which I was also at as a kid, standing in the crowd. But years later, I had seen obviously all the Motley shows there. Right before they closed the Spectrum, the second to last show at the Spectrum in Philadelphia was Motley Crue. And I'm sitting in the dressing room with Mick, and we're just plunking on guitars, and I'm going, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is what I do. And I said to Mick, he had the greatest line ever. I said, dude, this is my home ice. This is where I saw you as an opening act. This is where I saw Theater of Pain and Girls, Girls, Girls. I go, dude, I was the kid pressed up against the barricade going like this. And he had the greatest line ever. He goes, that was you? I'm like, all right, fuck you.
That's
fine.
Oh man, love it, love
That's
it.
cool.
Well, thank you so much for being on.
Thank
Great
you,
job.
guys.
Legend is
Great
here. We got the legend, and he came through like a legend.
Let me tell you, Metal Social Sunday is the greatest. I have so much fun. I've made so many good friends out of this. It's become like a nice little community. Everybody's so cool, like encouraging, friendly, no bullshit. And I really look forward to it. The Monday morning is actually spectacular.
Pretty cool, right?
And what I'm sorry, now it's time for me to stroke you a little. What you do for all of us and for our group and our people is so appreciated and so positive. And I could say, we love you. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing because this is spectacular.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. That means a lot. That
Ritz,
means a lot.
From the heart, bro.
Thank you. You were there
Ritz,
the first one.
And
The
you,
first
Jeff.
one. You were on. F.U. Tone was on with me the first time I
First
logged
one.
on Instagram and did it. He came on.
I came on by accident because I think Jeff, I didn't even know how to work it. Jeff said to me, hey, you have to go on this thing or DJ Brit, and I log on. I never did the stream and it says ask to join. I go, okay, join. And next thing I know, I'm on with you. I'm like, what? I didn't know.
It's kind of legendary. It's kind of
It was an
legendary.
accident.
Yeah. It was part of the legendary beginning, man. Well, we
Jeff,
did it.
thank you. Britt, thank you.
Thank
We
you very
love
much.
guys.
No, you're great. You're a legend.
I'm thanking you from everybody who sits there and pushes the flames and enjoys the tunes. I'm going to thank you guys because we love you and we love what you do.
All right, thank you. Well, we'll say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll hit the end of the recording, and we'll say goodbye to each other.
Thanks, guys.
Right on.